Good morning to the students of Standard 11th. Once again, welcome back to today's English class. If you remember well, the last class we talked about the expedition of Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary. And we are continuing the third paragraph of page number 18. The last point we discussed was there was a pact, there was an understanding between Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay regarding the announcement of who stepped first on the Mount Everest. And the pact was made before the Prime Minister of Nepal. So, what is the pact? We have to continue from that. It's page number 18, paragraph number 3. It reads, Kathmandu, June 22nd, 1953. This is the point from where we are going to continue. Here we have the actual document copy, the copy of actual document that was signed before the Prime Minister of Nepal. It reads, the actual document is like, on May 29th, Tenzing Sherpa and I left our high camp on Mount Everest for our attempt on the summit. As we climbed upwards to the south summit, first one and then the other would take a turn at leading. We crossed over the south summit and moved along the summit ridge. We reached the summit almost together. We embraced each other, overjoyed at our success. Then I took photograph of Tenzing holding aloof the flags of Great Britain, Nepal, United Nations and India. Signed E.P. Hillary. There is another paper like this in English, signed by me. Thus, we will not take part in any controversy. As the statement says, Hillary and I embraced when we reached the top. We did as well as our bulky equipment would let us. I remember saying to him, we have done it, but we could not hear. We had our oxygen mask on. So there is only one difficult word. Two difficult words are there. One is ridge. Ridge is a border, and embraced. Embraced means to hug. So the understanding between them is that, according to this document, they write like this. They moved together one after another. They stepped at the top of the Everest almost at the same time. Then Edmund took photographs of Tenzing Norgay holding flags of 4, Great Britain, Nepal, United Nations and India. And they hugged, and they are the matrons. This kind of document is exchanged by Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary. So there would not be any question about who should get credit of reaching the top of the mountain Everest first. So, right, according to this, they reached the top Okay. They were so happy, and right, they might have told each other, "We have done it," but they could not listen it because right, they had oxygen mask over their faces, so that is why what they spoke they could not listen, right? But according to Tenzing, right, they said, "We have done it." So this is a part of Indian flag we are talking about. Next section talks about first thought. See, naturally, when somebody is successful to reach the topmost point in the world, definitely their mind must be filled with different thoughts. So, what was the first thought that entered into the mind of Tenzin Norgay? My first thought on reaching the top was a sense of gratitude to God. A sense of gratitude. Gratitude means thankfulness. The very first thought that entered into the mind of Tenzin Norgay when he reached the top of the mountain was that, yes, I must be very thankful to God. That after having failed 6 times, he had blessed me with fulfillment of this desire I had held so long. God blessed him this time. He, the Almighty, blessed him this time to reach the top. He already tried for 6 times but without success. But this time his desire is fulfilled. His desire is completed. His desire is accomplished. So he is thankful to God. I placed on the summit the offering to God that I had carried with me. This is in accord with my religion. Both my wife and I are Buddhists. I could not kneel because of my clothes and equipment, but I offered a silent prayer in my heart. After reaching there, he offered something to God. He and his wife are Buddhists. Every culture, every religion has got its own tradition, its culture. Here, accord word is there. Accord means the agreement, acceptance in a particular culture, particular religion. According to Buddhism, according to their religion, he offered something to God that he carried from his home, and again, according to their religion formalities, he must kneel down. Right? He must kneel down, but he had heavy equipment on his body. That is why he could not kneel down. But in silent, he offered that to God, whatever he brought from his home, and he made a silent prayer. The offerings were biscuits, candy, and a little blue pencil. My youngest daughter, Nima, had given me the pencil before I left home. She asked me to put it on the top of the mountain as her offering. It was an ordinary blue pencil, not even a long one, but it was one of her prized possessions. What he offered to God? He offered to God some biscuits, some candy, chocolate or sweet like, and little blue pencil. There is a story behind this pencil. It was a small blue pencil that was given to him by his youngest daughter, Nima. She requested her father to offer that pencil to God when he reached the top. It was her possession. Possession means owning something. She owned it. It was her pencil. And she gave that pencil to be put there. So, here the question is not about what is the worth of that pencil. Here the question is about her respect towards her father's work. So, this is what he did. As I put it down, I pointed it out to Hilary. He gave me a big smile, showing that he understood. While he was offering, he was showing it to Edmund Hillary, and Tenzing understood that Edmund Hillary was following what he was saying. Then I got out the flags which I had on a piece of string about 4 feet long. I fastened one end to my ice axe, and Hilary took the pictures as I held it up. Here 2 difficult words are there. One is fastened. Fasten means to tie, and second is ice axe. Ice axe is a long iron multi-purpose tool used by a mountaineer. Okay. It is very strong, some 4 or 5 feet iron rod like structure. It can be used in different ways while climbing the mountain. So he held it, he held the axe and tied flags, to the axe, and Edmund Hillary took photographs of flags and Tenzing. As I had to bring my ice axe down with me, I buried one end of the string to the ice on the top and the other in snow on the slope down below. Then we left. They were lying flat against the summit. After some time, Tenzing needed his ice axe back because he must come down. So he took that ice axe away and he tied those flags to the ice mountain itself, and just they were lying flat on the top of Himalayas. I was very thirsty. He was feeling thirsty because it was a very tough journey. Thirsty is to feel like having some water, to feel like drinking some water. I took out water tumbler. Tumbler is a tight fixed bottle, a bottle having tight cap for a drink, but found the water in the metal container had frozen, frozen is the past participle of word freeze. So I could not quench my thirst. Quench means to satisfy, to fulfill. I ate some biscuits and offered some to Hilary. Tenzing was very thirsty. He wanted to drink some water, but when he opened the container, he realized that ice changed into, so water changed into ice. He could not drink it. He could not satisfy his thirst. So he took some biscuits. He ate some biscuits and he offered some biscuits to Hilary. I was wearing a red scarf which my great friend Lambert, leader of the 1952 Swiss expedition, had given me last year. It was just a year ago, on May 28th, when we were standing at 28,215 feet, that he gave me the scarf. And now he remembered once again another incident. He wore a scarf, a red color scarf. Scarf is right, a face on the cover, right, from head to downwards. And that red color scarf was given to him by the leader of their last expedition. Last year also, the name of the group was Swiss expedition. You know already the word expedition. Expedition is a fixed long journey filled with full of adventures. Exactly 1 year ago, on 28th May, right, Tenzing Norgay was with Lambert. He was group leader of Swiss expedition. They traveled up to 28,215 feet, but for some reasons they could not reach the top. Okay. This year he was successful, but last year he wasn't. And during that expedition, that red color scarf was given to him, to Tenzing Norgay, by the group leader Lambert, and now he was wearing that, and he remembered his leader of last year expedition. I wore it all the way up the mountain from Darjeeling. As I stood at the top, I remembered him and felt that he was with me. I felt absolutely fit at the summit. My mind was absolutely clear. I did not feel tired. I felt exhilarated. Exhilarated means very happy. It was very clear sensation. And he was wearing that right from the beginning of his journey from Darjeeling. They started their journey from Darjeeling, and for all these days he was continually wearing that. And even after such a long expedition, he was feeling completely fit and comfortable. He is not at all tired. He is very happy, he is exhilarated, and he had very clear feelings. You know, it's quite true. Even if you try very hard for doing something, but when you get success out of it, you immediately forget all your tiredness, and you will have only happiness. Here is the feeling of happiness to Tenzing Norgay. So this is the point from where they started their journey back to come down from the mountain. This let's continue in the next class. Here, after this, after listening, after watching this video, there is an assignment. Okay, and I'll give you instruction in the assignment. complete that assignment. Hope you did the assignment of the last week, right? I didn't receive from anybody, but do it, okay? And unless and until you do your assignment, you cannot feel yourself like understanding the lesson. Bye. Have a nice day.